Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at a very popular and interesting web framework known as Laravel. Laravel is PHP based and it is the PHP framework for web artisans. So if you're going to be designing websites, if you want to be building REST API, if you want to be building an architecture that is full and complete, model, view, controller, everything packed in one. Laravel is the framework to use, and it is PHP based. Okay, so you remember in the olden time when I actually did my when I started out my software development career. After learning Java, PHP was the language I learned immediately, and I started using Joomla, WordPress, and also creating basic PHP sites. So this Laravel will help you to develop your website as if you're using Node.js or Python Django. You understand? So the Laravel is something that is similar to that, and it's a very strong framework. And many industries, many companies, they require people that have knowledge in Laravel, and that's why I'm taking our time to do this. Okay, so we are going to be building a project, and the project we're going to be building is this simple project. You can see it is known as Laravel blog. So it's more like a news website where you can post news. Somebody can like your post. You can have your profile, so you can know the number of likes. There's a registered login, so it's a fully packed website. It's more like a social media kind of news platform. So it's going to let us into eager loading, let us into routing in Laravel, let us into using maxins and many tools. Okay, many tools. So that's what we're gonna be doing, and you're gonna definitely enjoy it. So Laravel is a web application framework with expressive, elegant syntax, and it's very interesting. So this is the official website, Laravel.com. You can go check it out. You can click on the documentation to see how you can go about learning it. Okay, but our lectures is going to be I'm going to first of all show us the slide, then we're going to now go into coding. So you can see my VS Code. This is the .env file where we do the setup for the Laravel. So you can see the code is already there, and I'm going to show you how I managed to code out this project as a whole. So it's already running, and I use artisan PHP artisan serve to run it, and that is why the project is showing here. So this is the full PHP project. It's on my local server. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. But before that, we are quickly going to go through this slide. So this Laravel crash course. PHP is very important that you know PHP before you start doing this course. Okay. So as a way of introduction, what is Laravel? Laravel is a web application framework with expressive, elegant syntax. That is what Laravel is. It's a web framework. And what is a web framework? A web framework is a tool that provides a structure and starting point for creating your application, allowing you to focus on creating something amazing. Okay, so that framework on the details for you. So you're just focusing on creating something that is amazing. Okay, so what are the advantages of using Laravel in doing your web application? Number one, it's a progressive framework. So as you're working with it, there's a community constantly developing stuffs that are very useful for you to use. Okay, so it's very progressive. You can use things like abstraction, unit and integration testing, and many other things that are in modern frameworks like you can get for other frameworks. So Laravel strives to provide an amazing developer experience while providing powerful features such as thorough dependency injection, an expressive database abstraction layer, queues and scheduled jobs, unit and integration testing, and more. So all this makes Laravel to be a progressive framework. Now, number two is that Laravel is a scalable framework. So if you designed an application that might be used by like 100 clients. And at a time, if you want to scale up to like 1,000, 1 million users, you can always do that. And you can always add up things to your Laravel. So it has a very scalable framework. Now, there is also a community of people constantly working on developing new features in Laravel. So you can actually depend on Laravel to uh, do a long time project. Okay, very, very important. Now let's get to installation. How do you get Laravel into your system? How do you get Laravel into your system? So you can install using Composer. So make sure you go download Composer. I'm going to simply show you the website for Composer in case if you want to install using Composer. So this is the website. Okay, download Composer, get Composer. Okay, that's the website. So you can easily go there and download Composer. You can see it here, getcomposer.org. That is the website for you to get Composer. So it's going to open up now. And that is how I got mine, because I'm actually installing using Composer. Okay, so come here, you see where they wrote Composer setup. Click on this and install it. So that's the first thing you do. Now, after installing it, now go to your CMD or your terminal. That's the next thing you do. Go to your terminal. Just go to search and type CMD. You see your terminal. Then run this code. Composer create project Laravel / Laravel example app. So this example app should be the name of your app. Like my own is Laravel blog. So you can put anything here. So you can simply say my app. But let me leave it as example app since the other things following are using that. So example app, that should be the name of your project. Then cd into the project and simply do PHP artisan serve. And that is what I did here. I did PHP artisan serve. That's why my server is running now, and you can see the HTTP request that I'm making already. So I'm already making a request. So do that. Once you do that, your project is going to run. That is if you've created a project. If not, it's going to show you a basic Laravel uh, page. That's the first thing it's going to show you. So that's one way of installing Laravel. Then another way of getting it is by using what we call Laravel Installer. So make sure you have a composer already too. So you simply say composer global require Laravel / installer. Then you now run the code Laravel new example app and run serve. Okay. All these you're supposed to do them in the terminal here so that you can have your project. Okay. My own project name is not example app. The project name is Laravel blog. Okay. So that is important. That is how you install your Laravel. Make sure also that when you are installing, make sure that your XAMPP is running. So make sure you've installed, you have it also, and make sure you start the processes so that it will work properly. Okay. Now, before you start Laravel, you need to have good knowledge of PHP. So I'm going to also teach you PHP in the course of this crash course. So what is PHP? PHP is a server scripting language and a powerful tool for making dynamic and interactive web pages. PHP is very, very powerful. Before the advent of runtime known as Node.js and Django becoming sophisticated, PHP used to be the language that you can easily use to spin up your web pages and start creating good website. So that's why some people appreciate it, especially in the backend side for developing REST APIs. Okay. Now PHP is widely used. It is free and effective alternative to competitors like Microsoft ASP. Okay. Now, what do you need to know before you start learning PHP? What do you need to know before you start learning PHP? Number one is HTML. So please, you can check my YouTube channel, Tclassified.com. You see plenty lectures on HTML. CSS, I also have plenty. JavaScript, I'm currently running a program on JavaScript. Every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 p.m., you see me teach JavaScript in detail. So check it out so that you have this knowledge so that you can learn Laravel effectively. Okay. Now, introduction into PHP. Number one is that PHP is simply an acronym for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. That's what, if somebody asks you, what is the meaning of this PHP that you've been talking about? So just tell the person that PHP simply means PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. So you can see PHP is also in its acronym. So it stands for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. Now, PHP is a widely used open source. It is open source and it is widely used. So it is a widely used open source um, scripting language. Okay, so PHP is a scripting language like Python and JavaScript. You understand? But it's open source. It's very, very good, especially when you want to work with databases. Now, PHP scripts are executed on the server. Take note, very, very important. Their codes are executed on the server, and PHP is free to download and use. So you can easily download PHP and use it. It's free to download and use. Now, what can you do with PHP? What can you do with PHP? PHP can generate dynamic page content just the way our HTML or Python can do. PHP generate uh, can generate dynamic web page content. PHP can create, open, read, write, delete, and close files. Okay, so you're talking about CRUD operation on files. PHP can do it just like JavaScript and Python can do it. PHP can also do it. PHP can collect form data just like, okay, when you go online, you normally fill forms. So just exactly the way Python and JavaScript can collect form data, PHP can also collect form data. PHP can send and receive cookies. PHP can add, delete, modify data in your database. Very, very important. CRUD operation, that's the real CRUD operation for data in database. PHP can do that for you. PHP can be used to control user access. Very, very important in authentication and authorization. PHP can encrypt data. You can use PHP for encryption. So you can see that there are a couple of things that PHP can help you do, and that is why it is important that we learn PHP. Now, what is the basic syntax of a PHP code? Now, it is a PHP that is embedded inside HTML. So you can see the normal declaration for HTML file, doc type, simply telling us that we're using HTML5. The body, then inside the body now, for you to bring in a PHP code, it has to be inside a tag like this. You can see less than, then the question mark sign, then you write PHP, then you write the PHP code that you want to write, then you close it by question mark and greater than sign. So this is how you have it. So take note, this is what every PHP code must be enclosed in this PHP tag. That is the only way you can do it. Very, very important. Now, before you start writing your PHP, make sure you download and install XAMPP. So I already have XAMPP. You can see my XAMPP control panel, and I've started the services, the two services that I need, Apache and MySQL. So make sure you just go online and type in XAMPP. You can see the spelling XAMPP with double P. So type it in and install it into your system. Now make sure that the file you're running is inside the htdocs of your XAMPP. So go into your XAMPP, you're going to see this folder htdocs. Make sure that is where you put your root folder. When I mean my root folder for my own application is Laravel blog. So that is where I put it to make sure it works. Okay. So that is it by way of introduction. So we are going to start now. Now, I also highlighted if you want to clone a PHP site that is already on GitHub, this is how you go about it. So, clone your project using git clone, then go into the application and run composer install. You can also, very importantly, you can also run npm install. So because some things are dependent on the npm, the package.json. So run npm.install. Now copy everything that is inside your .env.example and create a new file known as .env, put it there. Then run your PHP artisan key generator to generate the keys. Now migrate your databases, okay? So by running PHP artisan migrate, then run the server by saying PHP artisan serve. Now, please, before you run your migration, make sure you go to your PHP myadmin and create a database with the name of the database that you want to use, okay? So that must be there before the migration can work, okay? So that is how you can do that. So that is the introduction. So quickly we are going to start building our project, and I've told you this is the complete folder structure. Laravel works on the model view controller architecture. Okay, so you have the routes as the controller. You have the view inside the resources. You see the resources folder in the Laravel. That is where you have the view. You can see views. So these views inside resources. So you also have your models. You have models indicated by your database. You can see there. Then you have your routes. So this is a complete MVC architecture for software development. That is what Laravel is using, and that's why Laravel is so important, and it's something that you will want to try. You can use it to create APIs. So if you look at the folder structure, you can already see that some things are already built out for you. You can see CSS, you can see JavaScript. Everything is well organized for you in such a way that you just have to do just a little work to get it going. So if you're already used to Python Django framework and Node Express, using this Laravel will not be a difficult thing for you. So if you go to app, we're going to also see, you can see the models here. So you see a lot of things there. So everything inside configuration, that's where you see most of the configurations. So everything is already shipped in. Once you create your Laravel project, it's very easy for you. You can see the text. You want to do the testing. So everything is so making sense. So this .env file is where you connect your database. So if you're using MySQL, then MySQL has to be here. This is your local host if that is where you're serving from, and this is the port number. This is my database name, Laravel. So this database name, I have to go, if you, after installing your XAMPP, make sure you go to phpMyAdmin. Just type in localhost, you see phpMyAdmin. Click there, go to databases, create a database with the name Laravel. Very, very important. If you don't do it, it's not going to work. The username is always root. So make sure you make this so that when you do your migration will be effective. Then all the tables that are available in this, even the scaffolding table that come with Laravel, they are going to be created in your database. So you now start creating new tables and your work will be effective. So Laravel is very, very important. So with that, let me quickly go through the project that we are going to be building so that you understand it. So this project, you can register a new person if the person is not yet registered. But if the person is already registered, you can simply log in. So I have my login already, admin@gmail, then my password. So I'm going to click login. So you can see that my name is not here, but once I log in now, you see my name here. You can see Augustine Emeka. So you can see here, I'm here now. So this is my dashboard. This dashboard is under profile. This is going to be a protected route so that only people that are logged in can see this show. So this is the home page. So if you are using another front end like Vue or React, you can design your home page to be finer. I prefer to use Laravel for the back end for the REST API, whereas I use React for the front end. So these are the posts that are already there. So I can make more posts and say, hello, welcome to Laravel class. So this is my post. Once I click on post, you're gonna see it again here. So anybody can post. Then you can go, once you click on postings, you see all the posts, all the news postings of everybody. You can read them and you can like. So you can like, you can even delete. Okay, so those are the things you can do. If you try to post without putting anything, if you just come here and click on post, you're going to write a validation script that will check and tell you that you've not written anything while clicking post. Okay, so we're going to be learning a whole lot of things, routing, and okay, you can see the body field is required, so you must put something here. Okay, so if I now say Augustine Emeka, and if I post, then you can see that the post will come out. Okay, you see there, so I can even delete it. So as many people are liking, you can be seeing the like count. So we're going to be implementing all these. If you log out, then you stop seeing this Augustine. So you can see it's a fully featured, it looks simple, but this is fully featured. From here, you can start creating any kind of application that you want. It's very, very easy. Once you have these framework that I have here, it's very easy for you to go on. So that is Laravel, very, very important. So we're going to start building this project immediately. So please, I'm going to give you time to get your installations done so that we can start immediately. Please, if you like my video, always give me a thumbs up whenever you watch my video. Comment. It's good for the algorithm for me. And share my videos so that your friends and family can see them and learn a whole lot of things. I always release tech videos teaching you how to get skills for your software development, and also academic videos. Okay, so if you have a website or an idea that you need to be put into production, you can always consult me. If you need workers, software developers to help you with your project, call my phone number. I have trainees that I'm always training all over Africa, so I can always refer one to you that I feel is very good, one I've tested and is okay. My phone number is +234 70 671 62698. If you're calling from Nigeria, my phone number is simply 070 671 62698. So call me up if you need any form of consultancy in software development, and no matter the stack you're looking for an engineer for, I can always help you out, and I can also work on your project if you need me to do that. Okay, so PHP framework for web artisans, that is Laravel, and that is what we are starting today. So like I said, please get Composer. This is the website for your Composer. Also get XAMPP and install XAMPP. So you can always, anything I tell you to install, you can always come here and click on, type it, search for it on Google. So you can always see links to download. So you can get XAMPP from any of these vendors. So install it. XAMPP is very, very important because it comes in shipped uh, Apache server, and it has PHP inside it. So everything you need is already there for PHP development. So that when you now use Composer, you can easily create your Laravel app. Okay, so please do the installation so that when I join back, we're going to start building this wonderful web application known as Laravel blog. So this is a blog, a news posting website. You can use it, you can customize it and use it for your own blog when we are done with these classes, so that you can learn as you work. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off now to join back when I feel that you have installed. So once you are done with your installation, you can drop comments on the YouTube or Facebook. If you're watching me from Facebook, let me know so that we can move forward with our Laravel course. Okay, so I think I'm live, and if you want to always watch me, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I think I'm live, and Tclassified.com. So once you're subscribed, anytime if you want to always watch me, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I think I'm live, and even as I'm Tclassified.com. So once you're subscribed, anytime. Okay, so I think I'm going to allow us time. Let me allow us time to do the downloads. Then we can then start up from there. Okay.